Welcome back to Copa America, ladies and gentlemen. We have a team kill situation on our hands. This is another qualifying round. This is between two Chaos Latin gaming players. I'm Rifkin, joined today by Zombie Grub. I hope you're enjoying Copa America so far. We're getting close to the end of the broadcast. You know what? We've had so much fun so far. Just a couple of games left still. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map, it's the blue Terran, Sendoh.
Never writes as the red Zerg. It is Tunico.
I can't do it, so this impersonation is gonna be horrible. But you know that like really classic Japanese like oh, like with the echo sort of sound to it.
Oh yeah, and like the little like instrument behind it with instrument.
Yeah, so I kind of want that for both of these players' names, like Sendoh. They have like the little bamboo stick noise behind it.
No one who's heard that noise he just thinks you're flipping a ghost.
I'm a ghost casting StarCraft. Oh, that's a vampire. What am I doing? I'm a ghost vampire. There's two players. Alright, silliness aside, we've had a lot of ZVTs, and I gotta be honest, that's gonna probably be my favorite part about Copa America, because nothing against the Protoss. We had quite a few good Protoss players. Shoutouts go to Huck among many. I think there's another one named Ghost Dark who qualified as well. So Copa America will certainly have a nice balance of races, but we have seen a very, very, very dominant amount of Terrans and Zergs in all four of the qualifiers so far. And quite frankly, whether you're Zerg or Terran, this is my favorite matchup, so I'm really glad that we've had so many of these.
Seems like they're the only foreign country that has a good number of Terrans. I mean, certainly America and Europe has their well-known Terrans, but I would say that they're the least representative. I don't actually know if that's true, it just feels like it.
We'll just say it is, because you know what? We're casters. You guys have to believe us, right? That's the logic there. Now, the bunker coming down the low ground is interesting. Reapers don't have a lot of DPS innately, so while Tunico's certainly not going to see this, this isn't really a big threat like a 2-Rax would be, but what this will do is give the Reaper some really nice safe spots to hide in, to heal up, to not take direct damage from the Queens.
Yeah, this bunker being so close to the hatch not seeing it is so dumb. I always laugh as a caster when I see this, but the Zerg, yeah, doesn't see it.
Do you laugh as a caster, or do you laugh as a Terran?
Both.
You're like, Zerg overlords. Nice. Actually, the one thing I've never understood about Zerg is like creep is kind of like an extension of Zerg, right? So like, why can you not see the edge of the creep from a hatchery? That's always bothered me.
No, the creep tumor is the extension of a Zerg. Creep is the extension of a creep tumor. Wait.
But there's no creep tumor in the hatchery. Riddle me that. Alright, so he's
well,
got the one.
You can see things, and the creep around it can't.
He's got the one bunker to hide in, but quite frankly, this other one doesn't get to finish, and that's gonna be a bit of a pain.
Run.
I kind of
think he had dedicated that CV. If he
yeah,
finished.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think he could have finished that bunker. This was also not getting a salvage for Sendoh. This is so cost ineffective. Now, the one thing this bunker will do is give him high ground vision. That's actually gonna be a nice little addition, but never mind. Yoink.
Yoink. That was a good point. I was like, why don't you just cancel it right now? But it was a good high ground vision thing. Now, it wasn't like he was a Rax in the middle. It wasn't a dedication. It was, if this works, that's cool. If not, then, well, maybe I lose only 25 minerals, because you would think you would get the salvage on it. You lost 100 minerals. That's 125 plus 9 SCV. Yeah, I don't know if it's really worth it, but he's being super precautious. I like this. Just going with the high ground command center.
Well, 3 Reapers are going to clean up the Lings pretty darn quick, but that's not a couple of Lings, that's 16 more coming up behind it. And Tunico, as, I don't know, but taking lessons from his teammate Jim Rising, I guess. Lots and lots of Lings coming out right now.
This could be a contain on the low ground. Usually you would guarantee yourself the kills on the Reapers should they, well, unless they were running back and they just barely escaped.
This doesn't look like he hadn't seen the Lings run out. This isn't because he wants to be aggressive. He never saw those Lings leave.
Yeah.
Now this is going to be okay for now. Without banlings, you can't really bust through these depots. SCVs can repair them all day, but he has to pull the SCVs to repair them all day. There we go. Hell, he's going to pop out here too. Yeah, it's 3. 3 is all you need at most for any building, right?
2, I thought.
No, okay, 2, whatever. Reapers actually get home too, so combination Hellies and Reapers will drive these Lings back, and they might be able to keep the natural base from going down too securely for a time. Oh, he's actually going to get a Reaper. Yeah, I mean, I think with 3 CCs, Sendoh's going to be okay. This wasn't like he was forced into a weirdly over-defensive position. You just can't come down to the ramp till he's got all 6 Hellions out instead of waiting for 4.
Mm-hmm. And the Banshee as well. And this is what doing this Ling thing does, is either it lifts the command center to begin with, as it barely finishes on the low ground, or it just lets them stay up there for a longer time.
Actually, that Banshee is incredibly critical, because Sendoh until this moment wasn't able to confirm whether this was Banelings behind it or not. And if the Banshee had popped out, it could have been like the saving grace had this been Banelings, but as we know, it wasn't.
Yeah. The command center was also good scouting information, so you knew that there was in fact that amount of Lings, not 15 more waiting on the side, ready to wrap around your Hellions as they poke down.
Oh, that's a bit of an odd wall.
It is incorrect. It's...
I think it's the same amount of depots, just a little further out than normal.
Yeah, I guess incorrect isn't the right word. It's awkward.
Alright, well these Hellions are going to come across the map. They have fried away a lot of the Lings so far, so 14 more are being made, and you gotta consider, Tunico goes on 44 drones for 2 bases. That's alright, but he's not gonna have any drones to transfer over because he's had to invest in more and more and more Lings. The Banshee's not gonna really have anything to stop it. The Banshee's actually the DPS breaker of this hatchery going down versus not to Hellions or Reapers. In fact, these Queens might not even get a chance to kill that Banshee, depending on how this goes. Lings are looking to wrap around, but not lazy as Sendoh. He repositions right away. I still gotta be careful with the Banshee, though. It's gonna be the most powerful tool if he can keep it alive, but looks like he wants to go for that hatchery.
Eventually he'll get it, so he'll just get a bunch of Lings with it as well.
He's killed so much. Like, this has been really... You know, those bunkers were like the worst cost ineffective thing, but maybe that was him getting all the bad karma out of the way, because he's been trading out really effectively since then.
We do have to ask the question if the fact that the bunkers went down so easily, is that the reason that Tunico went for that Ling attack at all? And if it is so, then he's just wasting more and more Lings as the game goes on. He might die for this. I think he just died with a Banshee and get the Hellions out. Just barely, yep, he can get out.
Yeah, he'll be able to chase these up creep, or chase away from these up creep. The Broodlings actually, man, I always forget how long those things live for. Jeez, they get chased pretty far, but at this point, Sendoh's, everything's so low. He's better off bringing these home and repairing them, having these for like round 2, making them into Hellbats with the armory later on.
He has...
I mean, like, what can you even get with like 4 low health Hellions? I mean, honestly, you're not gonna kill drones anytime soon.
Yeah, 5. But yeah. Sendoh wasn't. He doesn't have the best macro back at home, but of course the micro, I think in this case, was worth it since he got the 3rd. So his minerals are up a little bit. His production wasn't as fast as it could have been, and his upgrades are in fact late.
Did you just 5 me on the Hellions, by the way?
Yes.
You know this one's at full health, right? I'm just saying. So 4 low health Hellions was not incorrect. Zombie jerk.
Okay. I guess you're correct then. Oh, and he has even more. That might have been this. Well, it might have been like it's on the reactor anyways. Let me get 2 more.
I like this wall coming down here as well. This is always a weird place to decide how to wall off the bottom of this ramp. You'll see some players just do it really small, like the bunker and into the mineral line with only 2 depots in front of it, but looks like he's going to go for the full extension of a wall, which not a terrible idea, but this still leaves the bunker exposed is the problem.
Yeah, the Baneling still gets the maximum damage done.
Yeah. Well, bulk up his army for the time being. It's worth noting, combat... Whoa, where are combat shields at this point?
Forgotten.
Ugh. You know, that's probably, I gotta say, like, Protoss always seem to forget extended thermal lance. Terran players forget combat shields. I don't know what Zerg players forget off the top of their heads, but not having these combat shields are gonna be absolutely devastating coming into the Baneling fights following this.
This could be a good move. Kill the bunker, kill the Marines.
Actually,
get a lot of SVs and mutas.
Just give SVs for freeze. I mean, for free. You don't even need to go through the bunker if the mutas are here.
Yeah. Well, Sendoh, you know, again, did not have the perfect macro behind all that micro. His attack is going to be a lot later than we'd usually expect. It's going to be a more powerful attack, and Tunico still has not recovered fully from the damage he took. So, it's still a 30 lead, where you would usually want to be up by about 20 as a Zerg player. As soon as Sendoh takes care of this, he's attacking. Yeah,
he's bleeding out SVs like crazy right now. He even picks off the Banelings at the top of the ramp here. I think he lost like a single Marine for that, but... this is a little bit awkward. I want to see these Hellbats, or into Hellbats, so we can heal them with the Medivacs. I mean, these low health Hellions are really benefiting him.
That is so dumb,
not at all.
by the way. Like, the Hellion just turns into a bio thing.
I know, like, even as a Terran player, I can't accept that. It's just really frustrating, but... actually, did you ever see the unit battle Tempo did for Hellbats?
No.
There's like this one line specifically about being repaired and healed at the same time. It's pretty awesome.
It just because they changed on the CV that it's like born that way, which is they're born that way, but whatever. It's
Maybe
like they
when
can change
they're
it. Speed.
well, hang on. Maybe when they're in the driver's seat, they can't reach them. If you look at the Hellbat, the head's actually poking out. So that's.
Oh, okay. I see. I got
I
you.
mean, that's probably not the case. I'm just trying to rationalize it while we have this sort of hold up in the middle of the map. That's a lot of creep tumors he's going to have to go through, but this is still not that many banelings. 13's not a lot, and they do have speed, granted, but there's no weapon upgrades associated with them. So while the Lings are going to struggle to deal with the 1-1 Marines, they're going to have a harder time taking out these Hellions even faster, much less any Hellbats accompanied with them.
Yeah, Sendoh doesn't have the opportunity to lose a big chunk because his Widow Mines didn't hit correctly.
I feel like Sendoh didn't get the patch notes. That's frustrating me.
Just link him to the patch notes afterwards.
Only if he loses. Otherwise, that's BM, right?
That is pretty BM.
Okay, Hellbats... Okay, they back away from this. They'll be able to heal them up. This army supply is really scary to these Mutalisks, by the way. Like, there's a lot of Mutalisks in play, but the problem is there's 74 Marines. There's just no glancing over that.
Yeah, he could get off creep a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we go. He is off creep and ready to split and take care of all the banelings. Wrecked. That army was a little bit wrecked.
I mean, there's just no hype in that fight that was so well handled by Sendoh. Moves away off of the creep, even for just a second. Sometimes that's all you need. And this base is going to get demolished. He's taking a fourth behind it is Tunico, but it's not going to hold up. Blue Flame's done as well and paired with this. I mean, there's just, with those Hellbats, no way to reinforce on Lings at this point. There's no Roaches coming out, and the ones that pop out, oh my god, they all die.
Trying to get a bunch of banelings on the high ground, so at least he will have 2 bases, but 2 bases is not what you need, and a third one is not going to be mining, even if it does not go discovered. He also forgot his +1 melee weapons. Didn't even notice.
Well, that's what I was bringing it to attention before, but he gets +1, but it's so late. GG is called, and our Terran player, Sendoh, will take game number 1 in this best of 3. It is worth noting, though, we did cast Tunico earlier, and he did have some pretty good games, so I wouldn't count him out just yet, but that was a very... It didn't start one-sided, but that became one-sided somewhere right after those Hellions. Dude, I heard the weirdest thing today, by the way, just side note. Have you ever heard a hummingbird, like, cry for help?
No.
So our carport outside has like these little, not like dome windows, but they're kind of like slanted windows, but they're full windows, so you can't just like fly through them. So there's like a hummingbird that got stuck up there today, and it was like making the saddest sounds I ever seen. Anyways, it stopped making the noises, so I assumed it got free. But I just looked at the reflection of my sister's car, and it's still up there. Don't those things die if they like stop eating or stop moving or something? Like, oh my goodness, I feel so bad for it.
It's a terrible story. Thank you.
I'm sorry, it's making the noises again, and I feel really sad for it. I want to go do something, but what am I gonna do? Like whack it with a broom? That'll probably kill it. Like, ooh.
You know, what I do hear is just a jingling in the background. Is your cat playing with something?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't see her in my room.
I swear I hear like a jingling.
Okay, I'm like, there, that. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not jingling. That's the noise it's making.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like
That's
just little like,
so
like
sad.
it is, and it's making me bummed out, like hardcore.
No.
I was starting to bum you guys. The next game up here in a moment with Tunico. Am I? Who hosts game 2 Tunico? Guys, we're sticking with this series because this will lead into the one with cats, and I think that's what will wrap up the day, wrap up the series. So this is actually not a qualifier match, I don't think. Wait, is it? Brackets.
Yes, it is. It is.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I said it earlier. So, one of these players will qualify through this series to fight against Cats, who's already qualified. But that match then will determine the finals versus the third match slots. So, exclamation mark brackets will take you to it. For now, guys, because it looks like we're going to need a moment, we're going to hop to a small commercial break, and I'm going to go see if I can do anything with this bird. I'll be back in a sec.
It's so sad.
It is so sad. Here, if they don't host, the second map's Overgrowth. I'll be right back real quick so that you can host or something. Oh, thank you for the invite.
No one said anything. Did you fix it?
My sister's out there with a broomstick right now.
No. We used to try and save birds that our cats would bring in, but they'd never survive.
Oh my god, you make like little tissue box bed and things? Oh.
Yeah, we have like a hermit crab cage. Like a big one, not that small. We put them in.
Alright, well, we're good to go whenever these guys are.
Can you hear your sister like...
Get the stool I got you for your birthday! Oh, okay, game starting. Map intro. Right, see you guys in a sec. Alright, we find ourselves back loading into Overgrowth, a map we've seen many times today. For those just tuning in, the score is currently 1-0 in this best of 3. This is a qualifying match, guys. Can't stress that enough. One of these players will go through for Copa America, one will sadly have to wait till next season. But beyond that, it's kind of scary, because the winner of this also goes on to fight against Root Cats. So we'll see which of them manages to squeeze it out. Currently down 1 at the moment behind his teammate in this unfortunate team kill scenario from Chaos Latin Gamers, the Blue Zerg, Tunico.
Yep, right. As the Red Terran, it is Sendoh.
I have great updated news, guys. The bird has been saved. Woo! I feel like this is how the people in the mission control room felt when they got to the moon.
It's exactly what they felt like.
I'm just really happy that it didn't get stuck up there and like die or something. Because the problem is like the shape of it is kind of like a pyramid, right? So they fly from side to side and they start like running into the walls of the glass. I don't know. It's really... I don't know how to fix that. Like, what do we do? Buy some wire mesh?
Yeah, probably. Oh, that's a good feel story of the day, I suppose. You're welcome.
Yeah, Copa America, we did it, guys! We did it!
Woo!
Well, actually, speaking of doing it, I know we've dipped down a little bit more.
No.
What? Oh, okay, maybe I should phrase that differently, granted. I know we've dipped down a little bit further from where we were before. We almost clipsed over 2K viewers, though, which is insane. That would have been like a record high for this season of Copa America, and it's only the qualifiers, guys! So tell your friends, get on Reddit. There's a Reddit thread going already. There's some tweets going out. You can retweet as well. Grab one friend, even if it's for a game. Maybe they love it, maybe they hate it. But the thing is, after this, Cats comes up, and you're going to have a really fun series guaranteed afterwards. So whether it's ZVZ or TVZ, I think it's totally possible we reach that 2K mark today, guys, and with your help we can make it happen.
Yeah. Again, this is a qualifying match. They will play any further games just for seeding. So Cats River wins just for better seeding when it comes to the group stages.
Yeah, and I mean that's the big thing too. I mean it's a lot to qualify. You know, you take that sigh of relief, the deep breath. You're like, okay, I did it. But then for the group stages, you know, you still gotta try your best. You want the best seeding possible. You don't want to be coming up against like Major or something, and you're like the worst ranked player. You get out before you even get started, type thing. So, however the seeding ends up playing out, the one thing that's really nice though, guys, is on the Copa America website. If you're here live on Twitch, !brackets will take you there, and you can see like they've not only organized the group stages so efficiently. The website looks fantastic. Even if if you don't speak Spanish or anything like that. But more importantly than that, they've associated dates and times, so you'll be able to see what's going on and when. Every Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, we'll be back with the English cast for Copa America. But if you want to specifically see Group A or something, because maybe your favorite player Katz is there or something, you'll be able to mark it down on your calendar.
Getting 8 lings this time. Not sure what's up with that. It's not like 8 lings are any more effective against 4 lings against a Reaper, as they will still be able to micro against them.
I guess you could leave 4 on the top of the ramp and 4 on the bottom. Only difference.
Yeah, it's still a big dedication.
It's yeah, I mean it's not an overreaction, but it is an odd amount of lings to have this many early on.
And he's not gonna have the opportunity to section some off to go to the command center to stop it.
I should have closed chat before we got going. I saw someone in chat. Vigilante gets a shout out because he introduced Sendoh in chat for me as Sendoh. Confirmed ghosts everywhere. Watch out.
I'm a ghost.
No, you're a zombie grub. Well, you're a human. You're food for zombies. That's not the same. You'll be a ghost after the zombie eats you, I guess.
I was a ghost. You killed me for last week's Copa America.
Oh, right. No. It wasn't that I killed you, it's that you were dead to me.
Oh.
There's a very distinct difference.
It's important when you go to the court, you know?
Right? Your honor. But okay, Tunico's got to, I gotta say, like, after that last game, it's really hard to, analyze what exactly went wrong. Because Sendoh got so ahead with that early aggression. Now, granted, there's a lot of links here that are going to try and catch these Reapers. But with the Hellions coming as soon as they are, I mean, these are not that scary, these lings.
Not scary whatsoever, even with some sick micro on the Reapers, keeps them alive. Lost a single SCV.
Right, so getting back to what I was saying before, though, I think the biggest thing was, as long as Tunico can tighten up on his defenses, maybe scout a little more efficiently, whatever he needs to make sure that he doesn't take that game-ending damage that he suffered in that last game. Because if we're going to be blunt about it, I mean, that third base got absolutely wrecked. That wasn't even,
That bunker. That bunker is wrong, I think. I think he needs more than one supply depot now to fix it.
No, that's still wall off. Sendoh can't get through.
Oh, okay then.
That's weird as hell, but I guess it works.
Well, good, because that would have been so bothersome. I don't think you guys understand the frustration of having a supply depot off one, and one behind it doesn't fix it either. You gotta do 2. Oof. All these Hellions just like, yup, no big deal, running in here. Okay, thank you. That's absolutely terrible. I can't believe that just happened.
Oh well, demolished with some fried alive drones. It's 12 and the Hellions are still alive. You know, if you kill the Hellions, at least you can kind of be like, well, maybe that was cost effective, but this is what I'm talking about with tightening up on the defenses. I mean, that's something so simple too. Double evolution chambers, a roach warren, you know, just here on the front lines.
What?
Stops that outright.
Wait, he does have an evolution chamber. Why is it in the main?
Because he likes giving away free drones, I guess.
He appreciates it. He appreciates the challenge as the game goes on after losing so many drones. He might lose his third again. He will lose his third again. I'm going to call it right now.
Yeah, the Banshee's too much. The Banshee's just that little bit too much.
Going with 8 Hellions this time as last time, that was so effective.
Well, this is a pretty rough back and forth here for our poor Zerg player, but yeah, he holds for now. The keyword for now. He might pick off the Banshee, granted, but even if the third doesn't go down, he's just killed so many lings, and more were forced out, so that's less drones. Less lings also means less potential banelings. And the worker count right now is only 44, where normally you probably see this close to like 60 for a Zerg player.
With all the queens off to the right defending the third, I think Sendoh was wondering if he could do his little run by again into the natural. With Ling creep, or with creep spread as well as it is, that's not going to be the case. Last time, Frost, he didn't have creep spread over there. Only 2 queens came to help out instead of just the entire 4. It is a better defense besides that one little run by into the natural.
You know, actually, funny enough there, I was kind of expecting him to dive through that, but one of the side notes, and this is just a subtle thing, I can't show control groups on this overlay apparently, but I've kind of noticed Sendoh's just, he stutter steps his Banshee with the Hellions. This actually takes away from its damage a little bit when he's fighting like that, but not the biggest deal in the world. That control group. But now we have some banelings on the way. We got a hell of a lot of Marines stocked up at home, and the barracks production is actually looking pretty decent. As he secures a third, he'll be able to really throw down a ton of extra Raxes, but for now, You know, he's gotten so much map control, and the thing is, it's not about the damage he's dealt, but it's about how little he's lost.
Well, Spire's on the way now. He's getting that fort that is so common for Zergs to get on this map. Yeah, tucked away in the corner right there. So often we see this base not be discovered. Or it's not discovered, or if it is discovered, it's just not bothered with. They prefer a direct line to the third.
Well, directly cutting towards this third, there's a lot of banelings available, but it's worth noting even on creep, speed is not done yet, and that's going to be one of the most painful things to deal with here. He gets on top of the cocoons, but this might be a mistake as he opens the Hellions to the back door, and oh my god, Tunico gets the best connections he could have ever hoped for. No speed.
The Hellions, which is
exactly.
good.
With no speed! With no speed on those banelings, he killed all the Hellions. That should not have happened.
Okay. Maybe, but maybe they probably should have been Hellbats. That would have taken up all the banelings. But what's important is that sometimes the Hellions just giveaways anyway. Yeah, there's a potential that you kite them away and you get free kills, but as long as they weren't using the Marines, and he saved most of his Marines, that wasn't so terrible.
You know, the worst part about that was, though, because he was targeting the cocoons, none of them died, and when all they hatched into banelings, they were full health again.
Counterattack at Sendoh's third is doing good damage.
That CV transfer. No! Oh no!
No. Overlord took up a lot of time.
He's going to have to live with the orbital too if he's not careful. He will clean this up. I mean, this isn't going to kill the base, but still insisting on trying to drop on the other side of the field. He's been struggling because of the banelings coming in, but as far as upgrades go this time, though, they are both matched up on 1-1.
Look at how much! Oh, that was 2 from 1 too. Oh my god. He's been doing this consistently. This small group of units that has just been running around has been doing more than I've seen any 5 Marines do.
Yeah, focus fires down that one baneling on the right side. Now pushes through with this army through the middle, and how many banelings are left available? None! Oh my god, there's no banelings. Oh my god, there's no banelings. This is going to be problematic.
Oh, he must have... has he not been paying attention to how many banelings he's been losing to this drop, or what? He needs banelings right now. Oh, I needed them 10 seconds ago.
GG.
Or that. Sendoh will go and face Cats. He's qualified, but he will play his placement.